Hello, 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 hello. Hello and welcome to Khosi Nation Fan TV. I am Pelo. I am your host. This is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. Khosi Football Club. And today we're talking about what Benjamin Reed has said about Kaizer Chiefs players. For those of you who don't know who Benjamin Reed is a former Kaizer Chiefs player. And I'm noticing once again there's something wrong with my stream. Let me reload and start afresh. Um, as you are joining in case there's no problem with your internet connection and you are seeing everything that's happening. As you are joining, please do make sure to like the video, to subscribe to the channel, to leave a comment letting me know what you think about what we're about to talk about. Because this is one of the things that has divided Kaizer Chiefs fans. Because there are a lot of us who are talking about just how what Zwane is doing for the team, and there are a lot of us who are also talking about what Zwane is not doing for the team. So, in that regard, we're kind of divided. As such, I would be interested to hear what you guys have to say. So, I'm going to read the direct quotes from Benjamin Reed's interview, and I will have you guys have your say as well in my comment section so that I can hear whether you disagree, if you disagree or not with what he has to say. So, oh my days. Da, 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 da. So this is what he says in this interview. The first thing he says that you can't live by hope. My hopes of playing in Africa now rest with the Nedbank Cup. They must just make sure that that does not slip away. And we've said this thing, Yoguti, luckily for us, well, I don't believe in luck that much, but anyways, let's forget that and say, luckily for us, we still have an opportunity of reaching African football somehow next season if we are able to win the Nedbank Cup, right? Which is tricky because if we beat Pirates, then we meet Sekukune or Royal AM. I'm more scared of Sekukune because, well, we don't win against Brandon Trotter apparently. So we can go to the finals, win the finals, and then we go to Africa. So that's our way that we can reach African football next season, which is some kind of a promised land. Anyways, the other one, the next comment that he continues to say, why am I missing the comments now? He says, that's our only hope to play in Africa. If you look at the log table, there are two teams above them, Orlando Pirates and SuperSport United. SuperSport United, who dropped points last week against the Gallants, and then we failed to capitalize. So we just shot ourselves in the foot in many ways than you can imagine. And then he says, I think we threw it away. We blew it. We have. And he says, just when you think they are cruising, Chiefs will disappoint you. They do. I think Arthur Zwane is doing his best, but the players are the ones who are not coming to the party. If you are really serious about challenging for honors, then you need to buy good players. Look at Sundowns. They go out and buy ready-made players. People will talk about the coaching that happens at Sundowns, but they will forget ukuthi Sundowns buy players abasuke sebekuma primer in the other teams. But makufika kwi Chiefs with buying players from Abo Swallows and you're expecting, let's just take an example. You are taking someone, Ushalulile was already a proven striker in the PSL, and then Sundowns bought him. What is it doing with Sundowns? Is performing. You come to Chiefs, you buy Caleb, Obedlale Burundi, who's not proven in the PSL, and you're expecting him to start scoring goals like Ushalulile. You have another thing. Umatlo wasn't playing Gui Swallows. And then you bring him Gui Chiefs and you're expecting Umatlo to be the best creative midfielder Gui Chiefs. You look at the Sundowns, you look at Otemba Zwane. Okay, Otemba Zwane for the past few seasons, well, a lot of seasons, they've been dominant. Gaston Sirino, where did they get him from? South America was coming already, an already made player. You look at all the players that are good with Sundowns, wherever that they are coming from, They were already good players. Chiefs, you're just giving labadlali laba, some of them who fail even to pass the ball and move. Some of them who even fail to dribble past one single player in an entire game. And then you are telling me ukuthi we can compete in the Sundowns. Like, look at the Pirates. They have good players, the Pirates. And you're expecting Chiefs to compete with that. And people are already talking about good, but there are people, the Pirates, they have a coach, a foreign coach who has come in and has already won them something. He has won them something with who? Who does he have? The Pirate has so many players. They have a surplus of players that they even let go of a player. Wow, I just forgot his name. The striker that they've loaned out to SuperSport right now. They ended up letting go other Pietermaritzburg United, who was starting to show some promises, but because they had someone much better in that position, they were able to say, you know what, we can do without Pep. You can't say the same thing with the Chiefs. Right now, if we still have a place for a player like Caleb in our team, that tells you its depth is so low in the team. You look at our team, you look at the defenders that we have, the amount of mistakes that we make. Yes, from time to time, mistakes will happen. But the sheer amount, the level of errors that we commit at the back, it's alarming. You're not going to see that with Sundowns. You don't see that week in, week out with the Pirates. Why? You cannot tell me Uguti players making mistakes every game. It's because of others one. Because at the end of the day, you need to take accountability as a player yourself. You cannot always say, no, it's Zwane. There needs to be some coaching at Chiefs. There needs to be some coaching at Chiefs. All the time. And what are they not supposed to also take responsibility and do some things by themselves? They are professional players. We call them professional players for a reason, not because they play for Chiefs. No, because they are just professional players from the get-go village. So he also says, let's be honest, for Pep Guardiola to become the best coach, he needs the best players. And by the way, this is one of the things that happens with Guardiola. To see how good that Man City team is, they have been winning the league for the last dominant in the past 5 years. Liverpool has managed to be within 1 point of them for 2 seasons in the last 5 years, and then they ended up winning it in the other season. So 3 times out of 5 times, and people thought that was easy. Look at Arsenal now. They are crumbling. Why? Because as much as they have players, they don't have enough players to last. Koulibaly, they are defender now, and then they are not surviving at all. If Man City Laporte gets injured, there are 4 other people who are just as good as him waiting to come on the bench. If Chiefs Utoli gets injured, you look on the bench, you have Umashian. Umashian ozongena naye, who as many people in this channel have been complaining about good. He won't give you much in the game. Sometimes you think Utadlale for a certain amount of time before he can start showing you things. You have Uguti Wahambu Blom, there's been no replacement. Ukol comes in yesterday, you saw what he did. He was not fit, and it's understandable he hasn't played in a long time because he's been injured for a very long time. So who's going to replace Blom? No one. Ustebe was injured yesterday. You saw what was happening on midfield. We were just overrun, not even overrun because they were not attacking us. We were failing to create chances. We were failing to control the tempo of the game in our midfield because one player was missing. Do you think that happens with Pirates? Oh no, today Khosi today they know they can bring on Mutuara. I know I've talked smack about them. But still, they have players who are close enough who can still come in and do the job. With Chiefs, you can't say that. And yet, all the responsibility is always like placed on Uzwane. It's just Zwane. It's just Zwane. There was a time when Urulani Mkwena actually said that when he was at Pirates, he communicated certain things to the players, but he felt like the capacity of their brain was not big enough to comprehend what he was saying. And then he goes to Sundowns, it does the same thing, but the players now understand. Look at how Sundowns are playing. Because we can talk all we want and say, oh, Sundowns, they are killing players. But Oksalayo, those who do get an opportunity to play, you see how they play because they are good quality players and then they can be coached. But if a player does not have an understanding of ibhola vele kwayena or ama-tactics, ukwazi nje ukuthi when I get the ball, I must dribble past someone and get across, you're not going to get success with that because umdlali is being coached, but what they're still thinking in their head is that I get the ball, I run with the ball. And you're not going to get anything. Please like the video, by the way. Let me finish up these comments. Um, so that Benjamin. So he continues to say, if Pep Guardiola was the head coach of Kaizer Chiefs right now, you would see that Pep Guardiola is an ordinary person. The quality that is in this Chiefs team can expose him. I think Kaizer Chiefs should blend these young boys with real quality. I think, Mina, that's where I would disagree with him. I don't think it's the young boys that are a problem. The young boys are not the problem. It's the senior players that are actually hurting the team. Yeah, about the senior players, they are the ones who are not doing anything. Because about the senior players, they are the ones who are supposed to tell the young boys, good, Aibo, let's come down together. Because it's not like Udoli performs, Umdu does it. No, instead, it's the other way around. You find Umdu performing at the highest level, you find Usamgelo performing at the highest level, then you find the older players being the ones who are underperforming. Then the question is, who is actually not doing the right thing? So it continues to say you can't throw these young boys into the deep end. The pressure of being consistent is going to be difficult for them. Barcelona, they still went out and signed a 34-year-old Robert Lewandowski. They went for experience. It's time for Kaizer Chiefs to go back to their best now. It's painful even to watch them on television. And he continues to say, I find it very difficult to watch their games these days because it's hurting. Sometimes I'm forced to change the channel and watch other games because I can't bear the pain. It's very painful. So, my thing is still ukuthi abadlali bethu, our senior players, are the ones who are letting down the team. So I will maintain that. And now I'm going to go to your comments because I've kind of let out what I was thinking. Cool. Okay, now let me read your comments, starting with Bruce, who's saying, oh, Usimba first, who's saying, football is football, it happened. Bruce is saying, football is round and smooth, therefore it keeps rolling. That all teams have their time of winning. It's a process. It rolls and it's not easy to predict. It stops at its own time. I know, but ibola liyaginqika, right? Ibola liyaginqika, that's what they say in Zulu, the football rolls. But at the end of the day, you control how the ball rolls, Gwawena. If you are Yusuf Mat and you know what your technique in kicking is not that great, you have two options. When you get an opportunity to shoot, don't. Because you know what your shooting is not the best. Get the ball, find another thing that you can do with the ball, i.e., pass the ball to someone else, or hold the ball and look for other options. Do not shoot. Or alternatively, okay, I've been missing clear-cut chances or I've been failing to hit the target with my snapshots, so what should I do now? What I should do is practice my, practice my long range shooting the whole week, week after week, I'm practicing how to shoot. But you don't see improvement and you ask yourself, Guti, technique hasn't improved the entire season. How are you going to put that on a coach? Because that's an individual player's responsibility, Guti. As a person who is required to make late runs into the box, I should improve my finishing inside the box. So I should basically try and train more, Uguti. When I get into the box, one touch, I finish. Or if I'm Yusuf Mat, I'm the player who's always tasked with being at the edge of the box and waiting for the second balls so that I can shoot them. So then, since that's your job, then practice doing that. But no, we don't see that with our players. So we can't just say it's unpredictable because some of these things are predictable. Sipho saying Ola Khosi, Sipho saying Zwane will survive or be sacked by Pirates. I doubt that. I will still maintain, even if Uzwane, I think I would be exaggerating if I said If Uzwane was to lose all the remaining games this season, he would still come back next season because it team okay Zamtaung Junior, they've already planned with him for the next season. So I don't think Uzwane will be getting sacked anytime soon. Maybe next season, not this season. Utheo is saying Molo Bafumpilo, hey, I'm disappointed in Dabagazwane. Sesiyinto yohlekisa, and true what people are saying about us when they say no penalty, no goal, no red card, no win. But you remember, Guti, those are the same people who are always complaining when we get those penalties. How do we get those penalties? We get penalties because we put teams under pressure. So for us to not get a penalty, to not get a red card, that tells you, Uguti, we are not playing our natural game, or the team that we are playing against are preventing us from playing in a way that is going to, what can I say? In a way that is going to put balls in the dangerous positions and then force them to make mistakes. So Izolo were just playing in a way that was playing right into the hands of Sekukune, and that is why there was nothing that was going to happen. Watch the space. We play against the Pirates, we beat them clean with an own goal that they will score. They will add another thing to that board. They will say no penalties, no red card, no own goals, no win. They will add and add and add. The next thing we'll do, we'll start playing combinations. They will keep on adding and adding. But the Chiefs will improve. Yes, right now it's not nice. Like earlier today, I was even feeling so bad because I was like, I must do my player ratings. I just don't feel good because this team lost. And I don't like talking about Chiefs when I have to say negative things because there's already too much negativity that is going around about the Chiefs. So I honestly don't like it to start talking when Chiefs loses because I know people also just don't like it. I know with my channel, for example, when Chiefs loses, my views go down because I people just don't want to watch when they lost. So Chiefs affects me as a fan. So when they lose, they affect me twice. They affect me as a fan, but they also affect me as a content creator because my views just go. It's really sad. So guys, buka nama-video noma zidliwe. Uyibuke nje uyifake ku-mute. Bese uyayilike. Oh yes. And then Utheo is saying, who is Caleb? Who is Caleb, by the way? He's not the player. He's something I don't know, really. Yes. I really hate this. Look now, we're going to miss who's Pimayo? Pimayo and Mendieta. Oh, Pimayo and Mendieta, but we need to compete for the league. Ayo Caleb Shem. Caleb. Angtul. Theo is saying, if this was something else, then I should throw away. I should throw these chips long time away. It's okay. Wozani's venting, guys. Vent. Let me know how you feel right now because all of us are in this together. We lost and it's painful. So Kulman Buffet, don't die inside. All of us are hating. So all of us are hating. So talk. For some reason, my lighting is perfect today. I don't know what I did, but it's working. Impressive. There's no green screen, there's no spillage. Wow. Huh. Mhlol. I just noticed now I'm gonna leave my lights like this and I'm not gonna touch them. What happened? Okay, let me continue. Oh, Abfi is saying I'm sad. You and me both, brother. You and me both. Amanda saying, but that's what Reed is saying. He's saying the young boys are good, but the lack of quality isn't helping them. Read it again. Wait, let me check. Wait, good thing you validate the thing that I was reading. Anyways, if he's saying what I'm saying, then I agree with him. Then I agree with him. And then who's specifically saying, Mina, I'm focusing on my studies from today because Kaizer Chiefs is not good for my mental health. I almost had an emotional breakdown today because this team, bruh. I know, Mina well at varsity. I told you guys this thing before. But when I was still at varsity, Chiefs were just it was under compel at that time, and it helped ukuthi I had other things that were keeping me busy. I stopped watching. That those were the bad times. Losing those games to who did we lose to? TS Galaxy. Yo, the pain. Yo, Chiefs has had me, guys. However, I was. Moses is saying hello, Mpilo Nation. But even with quality players, Zwane's game management is still going to cost us most. Pele, if you don't know what should be done to change the game to your team's advantage, then that's the thing that I'm saying. Uguti, next season, Nick, next season, I didn't say this here, I said it on tweet. Uguti, if Uzwane next season gets Umsimango, gets Utitlokwe, let's just say he gets a good striker, a good defensive midfielder, maybe 2 attacking midfielder and a winger, that's a lot. But I'm just saying, let's just say hypothetically, he now has a defensive midfielder, Unama defender or 2 are solid, and he can now play with Dove as a left back. He can have depth ka Solomons, no Frosler on the right. He just has another good attacking midfielder. Let's just say somehow we sign Fiston Maele, we have a proper striker, proper defensive midfielder, Mendieta, no Modi on the left. So now we have Osekhoto, Saile. Yabona, depth is better. And then he still fails to manage the game properly. Then he gets king. Because right now, the excuse that he can make, he doesn't trust the players. Because the players he's been bringing on, they don't change the game. Then you're like, what is the thing, Habo? How can you trust your bench if they always not change the game? But someone will again make an argument, Yoguti, how can they change the game if you only give them 5 minutes to play? Yabo. So Vele, that's the weakness that we need to deal with, Uguti. He does not make changes at the right time. So that's a problem, Vele, that needs to be solved. But how the team starts and how the team controls the ball and how the team analyzes the game, because as much as you have a coach, you are a human being who has a brain, who still sees, okay, this is how the game is going and this is how we should probably adapt to the game. Because even the coach allows the players at halftime to talk to each other before they come to the dressing room. So they should be addressing those things. Look, we are rushing the ball too much. Let's calm down. Before the coach even tells you you are rushing things, you should see when you are rushing things. So, yeah. Utheo is saying, I'll repeat this again. These old players are the ones who is costing us, not young players. All the games we've lost is the old players' mistakes, not young ones. Now that you say it, I'm trying to think of when a young player made a mistake, because I won't classify Ungezana as a young player. I will not. The only time you can classify the young players as their mistake is when Umdu, for example, didn't pass the ball to Sahel against Arrows. Good, at the time he could have passed the ball. But if you now count the number of good things that Umdu does for Chiefs and the number of times that he doesn't do well, then you will see Uguti, it's like a lot of good things and just a few of bad things, which you expect in any player in any case. And with the senior players, you see more mistakes and fewer good things. So you see the young players are the ones who actually give us more things rather than the experienced ones. Utheo is also saying Marty doesn't have winning game. He doesn't have winning games always. Yabo Marty Shem is out of form, Shem. Too much. I will not lie to you. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. That helps me reach more people like you. Specifically saying I'm more concerned about Dolly. Him crying on Sunday kind of shows that the pressure is getting to him. I hope his injury is not serious because we still need him. He's a key player for us. We need him. I think Udol was not crying because of the pressure. I think he cried because he realized that injury is serious. Because it's a knee injury. And he's the one who actually signaled, according to Zwane, Udoli signaled to the bench Uguti he needs to be taken out. So the fact that he himself told the coaches Uguti I need to be taken out, then that tells you Uguti he's really, really injured. It's not like it's not inte serious ngempela. So that kind of worries me on his behalf Uguti ish. It's a problem. Ambek Security saying Olampilo, Hola Kunzima Mara, he is positive. We can pick up. They do want to play attacking football, but like I said before, if you don't plan suspension and injuries in off season, this is what happens. Exactly. It depth ayikho, and players will get injured, players will get suspended. Because now all of a sudden, you remember what I usually say about Tuhlanti when I give my player ratings. Please go check the player ratings video after this, by the way. Uguti him, Uhlanti always gives you a solid performance. It's not great, it's not bad, it's like 6.5. But sometimes giving a 6.5 performance is better than a 4, because you know what, if a player is giving you a 6, they are solid enough ukuthi they will be present when defending, right? So you know they are there defensively, but offensively maybe they are not there. But if you're now playing another player who's gonna give you 4, like Ufrosla, who's already struggling with right back, how much worse is he gonna become when he's playing at left back? Yabo. So not planning for these things is just coming to bite us in the butt right now. Utheo is saying, in my blood, there is nothing I can do. I will die Khosi for life. It's in our blood. They say you can break up with your girlfriend. Khosi, you can divorce your wife, you can break up with your girlfriend, you can fight your family, but you can never leave your team. If there is anyone who will tell me that they can leave their team, they never supported their team. They are fake fans. Auspe is saying hopefully on Thursday against Chipper they can get back to winning ways. I don't want to see us playing that helicopter football I saw yesterday. As for Caleb, he's not improving at all. And being benched for the previous few games has not helped him at all. So indaba Caleb Jim Pocholos, if we're being honest. So yeah, good tough. And then Usimba is saying people should I can't read that because the other words I don't understand. Okay, Theo is saying I was watching this game on my phone in Golden Arrows bus. Imagine I almost passed my location. Yo, I was so stressed, bro. Oh, nice, Theo, nice. I think Usimba was saying people should respect I don't know the normalities of football. I don't understand what you were saying there. But yeah, guys, I think a lot of people, more and more people are talking about the players letting Zwane down. And a lot of people are still talking about Zwane himself. So me now I will still maintain Uguti. I am still behind Uzwane. I am just waiting for next season when he gets more of the players that he prefers himself to see Uguti how is he actually going to do, given Uguti he will have like the players that he says he's been wanting or the players that he wants. Please do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Because you know the I have an announcement to make, by the way. I almost forgot. On Thursday, the game in SA, it's a holiday, right? It's the 27th of April, Freedom Day. But for me, it's not a holiday because I'm in Indonesia, for those of you who don't know. So we will not have that normal pre-match video, the 1 hour live stream. I'll be here for a knockoff at 20 to 8, which is 20 to 3 in South African time, which means I will set up, I will leave my room set up like this. I will set up for what's this thing? Watch along. So we will have a watch along, but we will not have a match preview. So just so you know, I don't want to blindside you. Please like the video, please like the video, please like the video, please like the video. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next video. And until next time, remember, equals Alpelumo.